News. Four men are appearing at a Paris court this Thursday over the 2018 attack on a Christmas market in the city of Strasbourg. The attacker, who killed 5 people, was gunned down by police after a 2-day manhunt. Now, the 4 men are accused of crimes that range from terrorism to helping supply weapons which were used in that attack. We can now go across to France 24's Claire Paccalin standing by at the courthouse. Claire, good afternoon. Can you tell us about the defendants today?
Yes, so the defendant who faces the longest sentence is Audrey Mongy. He faces a life sentence. If he is convicted, he's accused of being an accomplice to Sheriff Shikat. That was the attacker who carried out the killings, the shootings at the Strasbourg Christmas market in December 2018. So Audrey Mongy, he's actually in provisional detention at the moment. He has been now for more than 4 years, and he is accused of being an accomplice because he's accused of having driven the attacker all around the region of Alsace in the east of France, introducing him to the right people and therefore allowing him to get hold of the gun which he used in the attack. In full knowledge, he's accused of having full knowledge that Sheriff Shikat was totally radicalized and very much aligned to a radicalist Islamist ideology. Now, he says that he had no idea that Sheriff Shikat was planning this attack, and he found out about on TV news in the evening as it was happening, and he was extremely shocked. The other 3 men who are on trial today, they are not accused of terrorism offences, but they do face a 10-year sentence if they are convicted. They are accused of having also helped Sheriff Shikat get hold of the weapon, the gun that he used in the attack. But investigating judges did not establish that they knew that he was radicalised. Now, this trial will last about 5 weeks, so we are expecting a verdict in early April.
And Claire, during this 5-week trial, we're expected to hear from the victims. How unusual is that?
It's very usual here in France, but not in other justice systems around the world. The presence, the significance of these civil parties, they're known legally as victims. So these are people who either suffered injury during the attack because, while 5 people were killed, at least 11 more were seriously injured in that attack. Also, the family members of those who were killed, their presence, the civil party's presence, is very much pinned in with this criminal case. And we will hear from them during the proceedings in the next few weeks. They will be telling the courtroom how they have been affected, how their lives were turned upside down by this incident, how it's affected their professional lives, their personal lives. Many actually haven't been able to come here to Paris. The attack took place, of course, in Strasbourg, pretty long way away here from Paris. And some of them will be coming just for the day when they will be speaking in court. Some are here today. Some of them can't come at all. And that's led to calls from some of their lawyers saying that, as we saw with the Paris November 13th attacks, which took place, the case took place, the trial took place in the courtroom behind me, as did the Nice attack too, there was an online audio transmission that was put together and so that victims, these civil parties, could stay at home in their towns, because again, Nice is pretty far away, Strasbourg is pretty far away from Paris too. They could listen from their homes to the court proceedings. That has not been put in place for this attack, and some of the lawyers for the civil parties are calling for that to be the case. However, that requires resources, it's rather costly, and so for the moment we understand that any of those civil parties, those victims who want to take part in the court proceedings, will need to come here to Paris.
Claire, thank you very much for that. Claire Paccalin reporting there for us from the courthouse in Paris.